We never knew there was a love like this before. What? Never had someone to show them the love. What? A love like this before. Derek Roman, you are the best. And yes, we have been impressed with everything you've done this season. Oh yeah. Asha, you finally woke up. Realized that Derek was the type of man you needed in your life. A love like this before. They never knew there was a love like this before. Love like this before. Now they have each other, yes they do. Love like this before. Oh my God. To those that watch my reviews and have been doing so for a long time, okay, you know what it is. And for all the newcomers, just know that I just made that up from the top of my head right now, okay? guys, we have reached the end, and it's very bittersweet, but I have been on cloud 9 since yesterday, okay? Guys, I've been on cloud 9, so please bear with me throughout this entire review. It's obviously going to be a long review, so instead of just clicking off the video, just watch it, okay? This is the final episode. This is the final episode of season 3 of Hit the Floor, alright? We don't know when season 4 is coming back, so you might as well just rock with me and watch this review, okay? What the fuck is that? Sorry. Guys, okay. This episode, alright, let me introduce this. So welcome to another episode of ItsASheThIngTV by me, Dominique, and welcome to my Hit the Floor Season 3, Episode 10 review. Okay. Alright. Okay, so, obviously, I'm just going to talk about each scene as they happened. Okay, so I'm going to go in order. And, yeah. Anyway, so we start off with Derek and Asha. And they are in bed together, okay? So they're just reflecting on, you know, the recent events, you know, the passing of Raquel, obviously German getting arrested and going to jail for murder. You know, they're just reflecting on life. Life is too short, okay? And they're just looking so in love, rubbed up on each other in the bed. And as they're basking in this, you know, little I want to say basking in the ambiance. Okay, as they're just reflecting, Derek's phone goes off. So Asha, being the amazing girlfriend she is, reaches over and gets his phone, okay? Only to see that someone called Mandy is calling her man. Now, you know Asha don't play that, right? Alright, so she's like, this ain't nothing. It's Mandy. And Derek takes it, he looks at it. He declines, he rejects the call. And then Asha's like, who was that? And Derek's like, oh no, you know, it's just, she works for my lawyer. And Asha's like, oh really? Okay. And he's like, alright, so I'm gonna go in the shower. You wanna join me? Rhetorical question. And she's just looking at him like, motherfucker, if you weren't so fine, you know she joined in that shower, okay? Alright, I can't even talk. Guys, let me just hold on, because I'm too excited. Alright, so that's what happened. So Asha's very suspicious at this point. Okay, so we move on to Terrence and Jelena. So I don't know where Terrence came from. Don't know if he came out of the shower, but he's just looking sexy as hell. Okay, so he comes through. He's acting all giddy. He's like, I saw it. And she's like, what did you see? And he's like, you know, I saw the birth control pills in the bin, in the trash. And, you know, he starts kissing up on her. She's like, I can't have kids. And he's like, bitch, what? Skirt? Excuse you? And she's like, I can't have kids. I I can't. You know, I've had a few tests. And I apologize, Terrence. I'm sorry. And I felt really bad for Jelena at that moment, you know, because it wasn't her fault. This ain't your fault. Okay, but instead of kind of, comforting Jelena, Terrence is looking at her like, how could you? How could you, bitch? So because you don't want to have kids, you're going to start with this funky ass lie? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing to me? Bitch, I should have known. And Jelena's looking at him like, nah, I know, motherfucker, you were not trying to say that I am lying. Why would I lie about something like this? Why? And he's like, because all you do is lie. It's all you do, man. Okay, so this review, this is what's going to be happening, okay? A lot of recreated scenes. You know, so yeah, basically, long story short, he doesn't believe her. And she gets so vexed, she has to leave. And I'm just sitting here like, you know, I feel bad because this is the one time that Jelena's telling the truth. But you can't be mad or surprised, Jelena, because once you always, you know, you're known for scheming and lying and doing all of this. How do you expect this man to believe you? And you know, you kind of expressed concerns about having children and that before you even realized you couldn't have kids. So obviously he's going to think, oh, this bitch don't want to have my babies. Renee, ding, 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 where you at, girl? Sorry, moving on. Alright, so we move on to Oscar and family. So he basically gives Jude 3 months to prove his loyalty, or else he is out of the business, okay? So you know what happened. Obviously, Oscar's still pissed off at Jude and Lionel. He's beyond pissed, as a matter of fact, okay? Because in his eyes, they betrayed him. And so, but he's given Jude the chance to prove himself. Okay, Daddy. Meanwhile, he just wants Lana to fulfill her wifely duties, okay? That means, you know, cooking him breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't know, busting it wide open for him. That's what he wants, okay? Yeah. Oscar wants the punani. That's what he wants. So he kisses on Lionel, and she looks so repulsed. She looks so repulsed, and once he leaves, she's just like to Jude, I have to deal with this, okay? I got myself into this mess. This is something I have to deal with. I'm a prisoner now. I'm his prisoner. This is what I have to deal with. And I'm like, girl, you know, I want to feel sorry for you, but I don't. You know, I want to can, but I can't. So I won't. Alright. So yeah. Feels like a prisoner. Moving on, guys. Kyle and Asha. So they're in Kyle's apartment and they're cleaning up the rest of Raquel's things, you know, packing it and I don't know, maybe sending it. I don't know what they're doing, but they're just kind of cleaning up, okay? And you know, Asha's kind of down in the dumps and Kyle, you know, obviously notices it, being her best friend. So she's like, what's up? And Asha's like, girl, I kind of had a weird thing with Derek this morning and, you know, some girl called Mandy called and he didn't pick up. And like, what the fuck? You know? And I asked him if he was a groupie, but, you know, he didn't, he said no. Like, he would have told me if it was a groupie. And Kyle's like, okay, well, you need to chill. Okay? It's Derek. If he had groupies, he would tell you. Alright, it's Derek. Chill out. And Asha's just looking at her like, girl, bitch, okay. So then after that, you know, she receives an email. Kyle opens up her email. Who is it from? It's from Raquel. And I'm like, girl, so they really do have Wi-Fi in heaven, huh? They really do? Is the signal good? Can we get some of that heavenly signal, please? Because okay, let me not even trust that company. Let me shut the fuck up. Okay? But she gets an email from Raquel, and obviously I assume that Raquel timed it, you know, before she died. So, you know, she scheduled, no, I can't say that word, scheduled the email in time for Kyle to receive it. So yeah, we'll get into that later on. Moving on, Zero and Jude. So Zero has been made aware that his sister is in fact alive, and she's alive, and she's doing well. She's okay, and that, you know, that was nice to hear, because obviously, you know, you can see that he cares about his sister. So yeah, she's doing well. She's in Boston right now. Meanwhile, Jude just kind of tells him that, you know, he's going to work for Oscar. He's chosen to stay, or he has no choice, but he's doing it. And you know, He's doing it because Lionel needs him. And Zero's just looking at him like, that's why I love you. That's why I love you. You so selfless. So sexy. Alright, so yeah, we'll move on to that. We'll move on to them because they had a very beautiful scene. Everyone had beautiful scenes today, but okay, let's move on. So, we go back to Terrence and Jelena. She storms into the locker room, okay? She is pissed. Alright, she has all her medical documents or medical reports, whatever they want to call them, and she just throws them down on the bench. She's like, here you go, bitch. Okay? Since you want to put tabs on my ass and shit, here's one report from my OBGYN, okay? Her name's Dr. Fletcher. Alright? Okay? And I see the way you're looking at me. I see the way you're looking at me. You can't wait to read these documents because you still don't trust me. I see what it is. And Terrence is like, Jelena, I mean, I'm sorry I didn't believe you, but it's like, and she's like, you still don't believe me. And he's like, well, I mean, man, you drugged my ass. Huh? You drugged my ass. How the fuck you think I'm just gonna believe you? And she was like, I thought we got past that. We fixed that. And he's like, I know, baby. And I'm not trying to blame you for it. I love you. Who needs trust? What? Who needs trust, right? You know, we got everything else. We got the money. We got the looks. Good sex. I love you. That's all we need, right? Who gives a fuck about trust? And I'm just sitting here thinking, Terrence, I mean, what's a relationship without trust? I mean, isn't that the what's the word? Isn't that the most important part of a relationship? Trust? Huh? Are you telling me who need... Oh, okay. Okay. And Jelena was looking at him like we were all thinking. She was looking at him like, you big-ass, dumb, big bastard. You peg-leg-ass bastard. So you don't trust me and you think we can have a relationship without trust? Bitch, you already know I have trust issues. You already know that my daddy fucked up my childhood. Okay? So my trust is with you and you don't trust me? Oh, this relationship ain't gonna work. Alright. Sloan, Arsha, and Pete. So they're all in Sloan's house. And Arsha's just telling them about how Kyle received an email from Raquel. And they're like, what? So they really do have Wi-Fi in heaven. Wow. Sorry, I'm joking. Alright. And then as she's telling them, Lionel just comes through. Okay. And they're looking at her like, bitches, you lost? What the fuck? And Lionel's like, look, I just came here to warn you that Oscar is on the warpath. He's coming for your ass. And Sloan's like, what else is new? What else, though? And Lionel's like, no. He wants to kill you, okay? Yeah. And, you know, I don't want to be an accomplice to murder. You know, I'm many things, but I am not an accomplice to murder. So, therefore, I thought I should just tell you. Give you a heads up, okay? So, watch your back, bitch. And, you know, I was here for Lionel. And everyone's just looking at each other like, what the, what? And then after Lionel leaves, you know, Pete's like, we have to call the cops. And I'm like, ooh, shush. And Sloan's like, no. I have to handle this. Where's my gun? And Asha's like, Mama, you got a gun? And Sloan looks at her like, girl, please, bitch, I've been carrying guns since set it off. What else is new? Okay, so, you know, she starts talking. And then Asha's kind of like, Mom, like, well, I don't understand. How did all of this happen? And Sloan just says, look, I'm in this circumstance because Jelena sold the evidence I had against Oscar to Lionel. This is Yelena's fault. And Asha's like, bitch out. Alright, you see it in Asha's eyes, right? So, we go into the next scene. Asha is gangster. Didn't I tell you Asha's gangster this season? Remember how she threw down the police files in the police station? Alright? And now she beating bitches' asses and shit. Well, she didn't beat her ass, but, you know, she wanted to. Okay, so she goes to Yelena's place. Of all places. Alright, knocking on the door. Jelena opens the door and she's like, the fuck is you doing here? Is you lost? How the hell did you get here? And Asha's like, I told the security that I wanted to kick your ass, and they let me all the way in. I was like, oh, Jelena, see how everyone hates your ass? That's not good. Alright, so then Jelena's like, whatever, bitch. Lets her in. And Usher is like, you are such a miserable ass bitch. You are a disaster. Everything you put your hands on turns to shit. All the problems in the arena starts with your ass. And now you want to come for my mother? Bitch, I mean, you have no fucking heart. What's wrong with you? And Jelena's just looking at her like, girl, get out of your feelings. First of all, don't know why the fuck you're up in my house. Second of all, you need to bring it back down a few notches, because I'm not the one. And third of all, that bitch. Shut the fuck up. And then, you know, Asha just pushes her ass. Okay, Asha walks up on her ass and pushes her. You know, the push wasn't hard enough. It wasn't hard enough. You know, it wasn't hard enough to get someone scared. Like, it was just like, I don't remember what she said, but she pushed Jelena, and Jelena was looking at her like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck off of me, okay? Girl, what is you doing? You trying to get your ass beat? Girl, stop, okay? We don't fight. Alright, but then, you know, Jelena starts her mind game. She's like, oh, Asha, look at you. Look at what you have become. What did I do? I haven't done anything, okay? You know? But here you are, dating the captain of the team, rigging all-stars. Bitch, I am still your role model. As a matter of fact, you want to be me. That's why you're so mad. And I was like, Jelena Howard, bitch. Don't nobody want to be your demonic ass. Okay, you're a bad bitch and you do get shit done. I admit that, but don't nobody want to be your ass. Don't nobody want to be you, and Asha certainly doesn't want to be you. If anything, you want to be like Asha. Alright, and I'll tell you why she wants to be like Asha. Asha's loved, guys. Didn't Jelena say that she didn't want to be alone? She had a fear of being alone. Asha has everyone in her corner, okay? Everyone loves Asha. She has a man that would die for her. She had 2 men that would die for her, actually. Okay, she has friends. She has parents. Good relationship with them. She has everything that Jelena basically kind of wants, but doesn't have. Okay, so yeah, bitch. That's why you're so pressed and you're so mad. Asha just says, look, bitch, your mind games are not going to work on me. All you need to do is fix this shit. Fix it. And if you don't fix it, then you're really going to see how much we're alike. And I was like, oh my God, Asha. Okay, so moving on. You know, Jelena looked kind of shook. I ain't going to lie. So, speaking of, you know, this whole event, Sloane goes rushing to Oscar's office, okay? So, obviously, you know, she's pissed. She's very pissed off. So, she calls him out. She's tired of the fuck shit. She's tired of him hiding behind all his accomplices, you know, trying to scare her. She's like, why don't you be a man and do it your damn self, okay? So, she goes to him. She's like, you know what, Oscar? I heard that you want to kill me. And you know what? I don't give a fuck, okay? What, you gonna send more people in? Why don't you be a man and do it your damn self? That's right, Oscar. Kill me, bitch. Kill me. Do it now. Come on with it. And Oscar's looking at her like... And then Jelena comes through, and I know he wiped his forehead. He was like, ooh, girl, you saved my life. I wasn't about to kill this bitch. No. Alright, Jelena's like, ooh, walked in on something, did I? Okay, let's just relax. She makes it do. So she's like, if you leave Sloane alone, I will sell you the arena. Well, I'm not really selling it to you, but I'm giving it to you for a price. And the price is 10% ownership of the Devils, making her a minority owner. There we go. Finally got it. And she was like, that way everyone will get what they want. And And also was like, okay, I'm good with it. You lucky this bitch saved your life, Sloane, so I'm about to fuck you up. Alright, moving on, guys. So, Mandy comes by Derek's place. Asha runs into her like, who the fuck is this bitch? And Mandy's like, hi. I'm looking for Derek Roman. Do you know where he might be? And Asha's like, hi, I'm Asha. I'm Derek's girlfriend. And Mandy's like, oh, I'm Mandy. And Asha's like, oh, Mandy from the law office. And Mandy's like, law office? Okay. Okay, we'll go with that. Mandy from the law office. And I was just like, so this motherfucker lied to me. Okay, what is it that you want? And she's like, well, I have something for Derek. And she's like, it's cool, I'll take it. And Mandy's like, no, I'll take it. I'll give it to him another time. And I was just looking like, this bitch, the fuck? Is it another pair of panties that she wants to give my man? What is this? I'm about to roast his ass. So, we move on, okay, and Asha literally goes and roasts his ass. So, you know, they're getting ready for the game. The Devils are getting ready for their game. Asha rolls up on Derek, okay? He's like, hey, you came to give me my good luck kiss? And she's like, who the hell is Mandy? And Derek's like, I told you, she's not. And Asha's like, I don't give a fuck what you told me. Who is she? Who is she? And Derek's like, she's just a friend. You know, she's just a friend. And Asha's like, you don't have girlfriends, Derek? I'm the only friend you have. You don't have girlfriends, so what the fuck is going on? Is you sleeping on me? Like, is you cheating on me? What is this? And Derek's like, you know, I gotta go, man. You know, because the announcer's calling his name. They're like, pound 22, Derek Roman, you know, so he needs to go out there. And he's like, Asha, I gotta go. And she sidesteps him, and I'm like, oh, Asha. She's like, I've lost Raquel, I've lost German. I'm not about to lose you. I can't lose you. Okay, so if you were fucking this bitch, just tell me, and I'll deal with it. Is you fucking this bitch? And Derek's like, Asha. And then one of the teammates like, yo, Derek, come on, let's go. And then he's like, I gotta go. So he goes, and she's like, oh my god, okay. So then the halftime dance, the Devil Girl starts, right? Okay, so they're just dancing as usual. They're dancing as usual to the Nicki Minaj song. They're getting it in. And then, you know, it comes to Asha's part. So she throws her high kick. And then the music just cuts. And she's like, her legs in the air. She's like, and then the music changes to, what's he called? Lee Wolf? Oh, Lee James? James Lee? Oh, bitch, what's his name? Wolf James. Let's call him that. Let's call him that to his song, I Want You, okay? So, you know, Asha's like, what is this? What is this? That she's still trying to follow the choreography, and all the Devil Girls are spacing out, and Asha's just like, bitches, what is going on? Okay. Next thing you know, the Devil Girls get her a chair. They put her on a chair. She's still confused, and then they're dancing around her, and then they kind of form a little altar, like a little kind of bridge. I don't know what that was. And then all you see is Derek at the end of the tunnel, bitch. Looking big and sexy, and then their eyes lock, and she starts laughing. She's like, oh my god, what is this guy gonna do? Bitch, guys, you don't understand how many times I've watched this scene, okay? It makes me so upset. Like, it's so beautiful. It's the most beautiful proposal I've ever seen in my life, okay? Alright, so Derek is just, you know, he's running through, so he runs through the Devil Girls, has his tongue out, he's like, there's my baby, and she's like, there's my baby, and then, you know, he just gets down on one knee, and Asha's like, oh my god, he gets on one knee, guys. Because we said it, the whole DERSHA fam said he is proposing, but then obviously James threw us off by doing a little interview saying that, you know, he just said some shit to throw us off, but it happens. Alright, so he gets on one knee, he gives her the most beautiful speech, guys. He clarifies who Mandy is. He's like, Mandy's my jeweler, okay? And I didn't want her to give this to you because I wanted to give it to you. And Asha's just looking at him like, oh my god, my baby is so sweet. And he's like, Asha, you mean so much to me. You know, you have changed my life. You know, he goes back to his speech in season 1 about being her best mistake or changing her life. And he's like, you changed my life. And I'm like, you changing all our lives right now because this shit is too beautiful. And then he just says, Asha Hayes, will you marry me? And she's like, yes, Derek Roman, I will marry you. And the rock was big as fuck. Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, so he slapped that rock down on her finger. They just kiss. Everyone's cheering. Like, everyone's cheering. It's so beautiful. She has a moment with Peter and Sloane, her mum and dad, you know. Sloane's like, yeah! She's like, yeah! Meanwhile, Jelena's just in the back like, I'm like, girl, Girl, you can't be mad at Derek and Asha, okay? Be mad at Terrence for proposing to you with a championship ring. In the corner, okay? He didn't even do it in front of everybody. He did it in the corner. Sorry. That's probably why she broke up with him. Anyway, sorry. So then she has her moment with Kyle. They hug each other, and then her and Derek kiss again. And guys, it was just so beautiful. DERSHA are engaged, guys. They are engaged. I wasn't ready. Like, I love it. I'm so happy. They're engaged. What's the time? What's the time? They're engaged. They're gonna be married. But let me tell the DERSHA fam right now, and everyone watching this review, please, let's not be naive, okay? Just because they're engaged doesn't mean they're not going to go through their fair share of fuck shit in season 4, because you know they always do. But I wouldn't be surprised if Asha gives Derek back her ring and she's like, I'm not ready, I have cold feet, I can't be married right now. Or Derek's like, no, bitch, you still love German. No. Derek isn't going to say that, because German and Asha are over forever, just like James said. Let's bear that in mind. Okay, but yeah, you know, now that Jelena's got power, she's probably gonna fuck them up. But you know, they're endgame. They'll always get back together. But yeah, let's just bask in the moment now. They're engaged. They're happily married. And they had some good ass sex afterwards. Okay? You know she put it on him. What? When they were fucking, she was like, call me Mrs. Roman, Derek. Say my name. He's like, Mrs. Roman. She's like, say my name, daddy. Sorry. Alright, but they are engaged. And guys, I'm just so happy. Jelena was bitter as hell. It's not a good look. But anyway, after that, Sloan and Asha share another moment. She's like, Mom, look! Did you know? And Sloan's like, no! But look at you! You're so happy! And then they hug each other. I'm like, girl, Asha is so happy. Like, she was so happy. She couldn't stop smiling. They couldn't even kiss properly because she was smiling so hard. Alright, so then, you know, obviously Jelena's there. She's looking at the moment. And, you know, Oscar comes to her. What does Oscar do? Oscar gives her the share. He's like, okay, Jelena, you have 10% share. And she's like, thank you. Alright? And then he walks to Sloan and he's like, you need to thank her for being alive right now. And Sloan's like, get the fuck out of here. Alright? So moving on, guys. DERSHA are engaged. Okay, sorry. Okay. So, our show's creator makes his first on-screen debut. Okay, James LaRosa played the thirsty-ass reporter from TMZ. Oh, James. Okay. So he asked Zero for a story. He's like, okay, so, you know, something's going on. Is there trouble in paradise between you and Jude? And Zero's just like, man, you so damn thirsty. No. I ain't gonna tell you shit. The fuck out of here. I ain't gonna tell you nothing. Bye. Alright, but it was cute. It was just cute to see James. You did that. You were cute. Okay, sorry. Alright. So then Kyle runs into Raquel's attorney. And he basically just gives Kyle a memory stick Raquel left for her. Alright? Alright. Meanwhile, Jelena's in the devil's playground. She realizes the damage she has made. And the fact that she is just damaged. Okay, she's just damaged. Alright? So she's kind of having a little monologue to herself. I don't know what she was saying, but she's just down in the dance. And then, you know, yeah. She just feels as though all the damage she's caused is you know, is unrepairable. It can't be fixed. Therefore, she might as well move on. Alright? And then she says to Raquel, I miss you. And I know Raquel was looking down at her from heaven like, bitch. After everything I done told your ass, you still doing this fuck shit? Oh, girl, no. No, don't miss me. Don't miss me. Alright? Moving on. DERSHA and Sleet. Alright, Derek and Asha were at Sloan and Pete's house, obviously. And they're just basking in the aftermath of the performance of the proposal, okay? Showing Daddy her rock. And he's like, ooh, it's bigger than a rock that sung Titanic. She's like, I know, Daddy, I know. Derek's just standing there looking happy. Sloan's just like, girl, my baby getting married. When y'all gonna have some babies? Alright? And then Derek's like, huh, speaking of rings, when you gonna put it on? Sloan. And Pete's just sweating. And then Kyle knocks on the door. She comes through. She's like, guys, I have something you guys are gonna want to see. Alright, so she turns on the TV. She turns on the TV, and it's breaking news, okay? Raquel's confession. What the fuck, guys? So, Raquel, before she died, leaked footage, okay, or made some footage of her confessing to killing Olivia, even though she didn't do that. She didn't do so. So you know the conversation she had with German when German was all down in the dumps, he was feeling suicidal, and oh, my life is over, and oh, I want to die. Okay, all that bullshit, okay? Obviously, Raquel felt some type of way. So you know what she did? She did something so selfless that she ain't really need to do. Alright? She took the rap for his fucking bitch ass. She was like, yeah, German Vega didn't kill Olivia. Everything he said was the truth. It was an accident. I killed Olivia because that bitch was about to deport me back to Mexico and I couldn't go. Okay, I had Miguel and it won't go happen. Alright, so I had to kill the bitch. My ass won't going across the border. No. Alright, so I killed her. I'm gonna die now. Bye. Okay, and I was just like, Raquel, why would you do that? Okay, she's such a beautiful person, but German didn't deserve that because he killed Olivia. I don't understand why you're giving him a second chance. He killed Olivia. In reality, when you kill someone, you fucking face the consequences for it and you go to jail. Why the fuck? He ain't in jail still. Oh, hell no. I wasn't here for that. No. Alright? Moving on back to Jelena. So she scores Oscar. Okay, so she goes to Oscar's office and he's just feeling smug. He's like, so how you feeling about the 10% minority ownership? Huh? I mean, you might not be able to get much, but it has its perks, you know? You could get a parking lot. And Jelena's like, oh, you fat fuck. Look, let me tell you a little something, okay? When you were in jail, I was building, girl. When you were in jail, I was building bridges, okay? That's what I was doing. I was liaising with everybody that couldn't stand your ass, okay? And I got shares from them. And after some time, all those shares built up. So when I asked you for 10%, that was really 10% I needed for the 90% I already had. And your dumbass gave it to me. So guess what? Guess what? Not only do I have minority ownership, but bitch, I have majority ownership. Yes, me and Terrence own this bitch. What you gonna do now? And Oscar's just looking at her like, go kill your ass. Alright, and I was just like, okay, that was smart. You were smart, bitch, Jelena. You smart, but you have too many enemies now, so you ain't that smart, are you? Okay, you are the number one target now. The bullseye is on your back. What you gonna do? Moving on. So, Asha goes to welcome German back from jail. So he's coming out of jail. He's all let out, his hair grown in and everything. I was like, okay. Alright, and you know, she gives him a hug and he's like, man, it feels so good to be free. You know? And she's like, what are you gonna do now? He's like, that's the thing, I could do anything. I'm like, you need to take your black ass back to jail. That's what you need to do because you don't deserve to have freedom right now. Alright, so as they're talking, he spots her ring. Okay? He's like, Derek? I'm like, no, bitch, Jeeves. What? What? Yes, it was Derek. Yes, Derek. And then he was like, damn, you moved on fast. And I was like, yeah, she's only been in love with him since season 1. Since the first time they met. Hello, where have you been, German? That was fast. It's been a long time coming, okay? They've been in love. Okay, let me know if Alright, so then, you know, he starts talking about, like, man, we're so far apart from how we started. You know, we're so different. You know, things have changed. You know? You lost it when I gave you that bracelet for $5,000. God only knows how much this ring cost. And I'm like, the reason why she lost it was because your broke ass couldn't afford that $5,000 bracelet. Okay, that's why she lost it. You were competing with Derek, who was already balling. You were not a baller, nor were you a shot caller. Okay, so yes, that's why she was pissed off. You couldn't afford that shit. You were just doing it to try and be cute, trying to compete. Whereas Derek actually bought her a ring he could afford. And you know what the difference is? It's a ring. Because he loves her. And he wanted to marry her. The fuck are you trying to compare? What are you doing? No. Alright? And I was just looking at him like, I see spending time in jail hasn't really helped, has it? No, you still annoying as shit. Alright, and then he's just like, yeah, we're so different. And, you know, I just hope you can protect yourself now. And she's like, from what? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, so why'd you say it? He's like, I just hope you can protect yourself. I was like, German, you ain't got nothing to say. Just fuck off. Alright, moving on, guys. You know, instead of congratulating her, I mean, I know you weren't going to congratulate her, but come on now, like, that really wasn't what you needed to say. But moving on, guys, Zero and Jude. So Zero decides not to contact his sister after all. You know, he feels like it's just going to, you know, revoke some, you know, bad memories that they once had, and he doesn't want that for her. He wants her to just live as happy as she is right now. He doesn't want to intervene. And it's quite hot. It's sad. It's very sad, but, you know, I get where he's coming from. Zero's growing, guys. Wow. Alright, and then Jude's like, oh, baby. And then, you know, Zero's like, besides, I already have my family. That's you. And I was like, you got me there, Zero. That was cute. That was cute. And Jude's just looking at him like, baby. and then Zero's like, yeah. You know the house that I tore up with the sledgehammer? I bought it. It's our home. Here's the key. We're going to start our new life together. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. We're going to build it. We're going to own that estate. And yeah, we're going to have a new start. And I was like, that's really cute. That's really cute. And I'm happy for Zood. Alright. That's cute. That was cute. So yeah. Bought them a new house. And we'll see how that shit goes. Moving on. So Pete tells Sloan that Oscar is losing his position to Jelena and Terrence. No. Pete tells Sloan that Oscar lost his position to Terrence and Jelena. Okay, so they bought the team. Alright, and then, you know, Lionel calls him. She's just fucking scared as shit. She's like, Pete, Oscar's lost it. He's looking at me different like he wants to kill me. I don't know what happened, but I'm scared. And Pete's like, where are you? Where are you? So he's driving, right? He's on the freeway. She's like, I'm in the garage. I'm hiding. He's like, okay, I'm gonna be there. Superman is on his way. Alright, so he goes there. Alright, meanwhile, Asha comes back from visiting German. She meets with Derek at the Devil's Playground. He's still happy as shit. However, she looks kind of down. And he's like, I mean, what? Like, what's happening? Why are you upset? I mean, you know, all the weight's off your shoulder. Plus, you got a new weight on your finger. Like, what's wrong? And she's like, that's the thing. I'm happy. I'm happy as fuck. Derek, I'm so happy. Okay? And I'm a grown-ass woman. Alright? I'm happy. I love my life. I love you and your dick. I am a grown-ass woman, and I deserve to be happy. I want to be here. I want to be here with you. And Derek's like, well, damn. Okay. Alright? And then she's like, you know, as a matter of fact, I wish I could be Mrs. Derek Roman right now. And I was like, girl. Damn. Daddy put it down. Wait. Daddy put it down. What? Okay, she's ready to be married. I'm like, oh, that's really cute, but damn, Asha, pump the brakes. Alright? And she's like, so let's elope. I want to elope. And Deborah's like, girl, don't fret me with a good time. You sure about it? Because I got, you know, we ready to go. And she's like, I'm serious. I want to elope. I just want me and you. And I'm like, girl, that's cute and everything, but you can't let your mom and dad miss out on that. What about Kyle, man? She needs to be the maid of honor. You guys need to have a big wedding, okay? But eloping's cute. You guys can elope and then do it again, right? No? I don't know how that shit goes. But, yeah. So they agree to elope. She kisses him and she goes. And, yeah, so that's that for that. So, moving on to the big part of the episode, okay? Jelena plays Terrence. Guys, this bitch is so fucking cold. Alright, so he comes and, you know, he hears the good news. He's like, oh, you did it, baby. You did it. We did it. You know, I wasn't there, but you did it. We did it. And she's just standing there and he starts kissing up on her. Then he notices all the files, okay, you know, on the little projection screen thing. And he's like, Jelena Howard. Why is my name not on any of this? And I'm like, why'd you think, Terrence? Huh? Why'd you think? And Jelena's like, we had a good run, Terrence, but this partnership is not going to work. And he's like, Jelena, now I know what upset you, but I trust you now. What the fuck are you talking about? She's like, no, you don't trust me, okay? And yeah, I screwed up. I did. You know, people ask me, why are we together? You know, you've always played good cop. And now I'm going to play bad cop. Because that's what I am. The bad cop. Okay, so I can give you equity. And he's like, fuck your equity, bitch. What the fuck is this? What's going on? What is this? Alright? And then she's like, yeah. That's it. I own the team now. He just looks at her like he wants to punch her square in her face. But he ain't going to do it because he don't beat women. But he wants to beat her ass. Alright, he finally realizes Jelena for who she is. He's like, so you gonna do this to me again? Give me back my fucking ring! He gets that ring back. He gets the ring back. And then, you know, he's just beyond pissed. He's like, Jelena, you're gonna regret this. I was gonna give you everything. Now you're alone. We'll see how you survive. Alright, and as he's saying it, you know, she's walking away. And, you know, she's trying to save face. But as she turns around, she's breaking. Okay, she's like, and I'm like, bitch, you're the cause of your own unhappiness, okay? I felt sorry for you when he broke up with you the first time, even though you drugged him, but this time I don't feel sorry for you, okay? You let a good man down twice? Bitch. I don't see Jelena coming back together. I don't understand. It's sad, because I was actually here for their relationship, and now what, bitch? You burnt your damn fucking relationship down to the ground? This motherfucker hates you now. Alright? So, yeah, so moving on. Pete makes it to Oscar's place, and he finds Lionel in the car, like, playing dead. He's like, Lionel, what the fuck? And she's like, damn it, idiot, what are you doing here? He's like, what? And she's like, you messed up the plan. You were not meant to get here for another 20 minutes. He was like, what do you mean? She's like, I timed it. You were at the arena. He was like, I didn't tell you that. I didn't say that. I was on the freeway. She was like, fuck. We don't know. He's like, what are you talking about? She was like, I was gonna frame Oscar, damn it. I had the gas running. I broke the fucking key in the ignition. Alright? The gas is running. I was going to frame him for attempted murder. And you were going to let me escape. Now we both in here. And Pete's like, well, damn. Okay, well, alright. And then she's like, alright, give me your phone. He was like, I don't have my phone. It's in the car. And he was like, where's your phone? She's like, it's in the house. And then they try to open the door. The door's locked. They're locked in a garage. Carbon monoxide. You know, the gas is running. What the fuck they gonna do? Guys. I done seen too many scary films, okay? Good luck, I'm gonna pray for them. Alright, so finally, guys, Jelena Howard. Jelena has managed to make an enemy out of everyone. She has burnt every possible bridge she could have had. Everyone hates her. This ain't gonna work out good. Oh, but it didn't. It didn't work out good, did it? Okay. Alright, so Jelena makes an enemy of everyone. So she runs into Zero, and she basically tells Zero, I own this team now, therefore I'm trading your ass. And he's like, what? And she's like, yeah, you're getting traded. Payback's a bitch. And I was like, ooh, oh, damn, Zero. That had to hurt, okay? And then, you know, she walks off, and then Zero bumps into Jude, and Jude's like, what's up? And then Zero's like, Jelena's trading me. And then Jude's like, what? And he's like, yeah, she owns the team now. And then Jude's like, what about me? And then Zero's like, what about us? I'm getting traded. I mean, but then, you know, we could start a new life. You know, we can go wherever we go. And then Zero's like, Jude's like, I can't because I can't leave Lionel. And I'm like, oh my God, you loyal boy. That was really cute. And then he's like, I can't leave Lionel. And then Zero's like, well, damn, where does that leave us? And I was like, I mean, you guys can have a long distance relationship. No. Alright, and then Zero just gets vexed. He breaks Jelena's little glass projector screen type of thing. He's mad, okay? So she's made an enemy out of Oscar now. Lionel already hates her ass. Arsha can't stand her black ass. Terrence hates her now. And now we can add Zero and Jude to the list, even though Zero already hated her ass, okay? Moving on. Sloane runs into Jelena, calls her out for being an an indefensible, selfish bitch that's always gonna be alone. And Jelena's like, whatever, bitch. You're fired. Okay, so pack your shit and get the fuck out. And Sloane's like, bitch, you gonna get yours. You gonna get it. And Jelena's like, I don't care, bitch. I own this team and I own Arsha. And I'm gonna have fun with Arsha. And someone's like, bitch, I wish you would. Touch my daughter. Touch my daughter, bitch. I wish you would. And I'm like, oh, now you have Sloane on the list. Alright, because you know she don't play about her baby. Alright? Jelena's just fucking everyone off. Girl, this ain't good. This ain't good. A smart business person would have, you know, alliances with people. You don't have any alliances. Oh. Alright. So then what happens? Arsha and Terrence finally have their scene together. Yes. Where am I? He's beyond pissed, okay? So he's in Pete's office. Arsha's like, oh, I was looking for Pete. And Terrence is like, yes, so was I. He says that Jelena cut him out and used Sloan to do it. Therefore, she needs to watch out because now that she's engaged to Derek, she is going to be the star. And you know Jelena can't stand sharing the spotlight, okay? Alright? And Arsha's like, I'm not scared. And Terrence is like, bitch, well, you don't need to be scared. You need to defend the people you love, okay? Because Jelena never comes direct. She's going to come for the ones you love. Alright? So that's Terrence. So that's Derek. And that's Sloan. Yeah. And she will do everything. She's going to do everything she can to try and break you guys up, alright? She knows all of Derek's secrets. And I was like, oh my god, that's kind of scary, you know? And then Arsha's like, fuck. She goes, what? And yeah, is that real? So Terrence is like, guard your man. And watch your back. Because this bitch is fucking savage. And I'm like, guys, it's too much, okay? So yeah, but we'll see how, you know, Derek and Arsha handle that. Meanwhile, Derek is all in his limo alone waiting for Arsha, okay? Arsha is obviously still at the arena with Terrence, or she's still, I don't know, she's making her way. We don't know now, because obviously Terrence has said what he said to her, and now she's angry, she's upset, she's scared, she don't know what to do. She can't have her and her baby breaking up because of this bitch. So then we go to the final scene. Jelena finally has all the power she has longed for in life. All the power. But was it really worth it, bitch? You have nobody. And you are living your biggest fear. You're alone. You don't have anyone now. I mean, you do have your mum. So we'll probably see her in season 4. But, yeah. Your mum ain't fucking you at night. Sorry to say that, but let's be real, okay? You don't have anyone. Nobody likes you, and you have a hell of a lot of enemies, okay? So she's walking up into her office. She's like, the smell of oak. Look at this desk. I love it. Look at this chair. It's beautiful. So now she's sitting down in her new chair. She hears a creak, okay? And she's like, hello? Is anyone there? And I'm like, bitch, we're black. Once we hear that creak, we ain't going to look for it, okay? She should have stayed her ass in that chair. But no, she goes looking for it, so she goes walking. She goes walking, right? And she's like, hello? And then, all you hear is, boom! Bitch, Jelena got shot! She gets shot! What? She got shot all up in the stomach, like, boom! Right there, right in the gut. Someone shot Jelena's ass. She falls to the ground. She's bleeding. She doesn't die, but, you know, she kind of passes out. Okay? Jelena got shot. So this is like Dallas all over again. Who shot JR? Who shot Jelena Howard? Who didn't shoot Jelena Howard? Who didn't? Everyone could have possibly done it, okay? And obviously, you know, we have the usual suspects that they want us to believe. So we have Arsha, Sloan, Oscar, Terrence, Zero, and Jude, because they were all in the arena at the time. Obviously, Lionel and Pete are out of the equation because they are both in the flipping garage. Alright, however, I feel like it's going to be someone we ain't thinking of, just like how it was with German. Alright, my sis Brie, okay, came up with the fact that it could be Renee, the baby mama. It could have been one of us, because I'm sorry, but the bitch had it coming, okay? Alright, Jelena. I can't believe she got shot, guys. I can't believe it, but I can believe it. Alright? So I got a little something for you, bitch. Where's my glasses? Who shot you? Jelena. The bitch had to go. Bullet wound in the stomach. Now your ass on the floor. Ain't got Raquel. Ain't got Terrence no more. Burnt all your bridges. Now your ass got blown. Was it Sloan? Oh shit, Mike Jones. I don't know. But you got hella enemies, now your ass gone. Oh my god, no, honestly guys, yeah, it's been real. It's been a pleasure doing these reviews for you guys every single week. You know how much I love this show. It's everything to me, and interacting with you guys is just the best thing ever. So yeah, I've had a great time, and honestly, we need a season 4. So if you can, keep bombarding VH1. Let them know that you love this show. Let them know how hard you go for it and how you want another season, okay? You know, if we don't speak up, they won't know, you know? So, yeah. But, guys, who do you think killed? First and foremost, Jelena's not dead, okay? But who do you guys think shot her? She's not dead, but who shot her? I don't think it's the suspects that they want us to think it is. It's probably someone different. But if I have to pick, I'd say Sloane has a pretty good chance because she did learn how to shoot at the shooting range. I'm just saying, okay? Alright? And the gun was still in Pete's desk. And who were in his office? Terrence and Arsha. I don't know though. We'll see. But guys, make sure to share your thoughts. Please make sure to comment, like, subscribe. The cast, you have done an amazing job this season. I love you all so much. I love you, James. I love all the writers, the creators, everyone involved. VH1, thank you. Please give us a season 4. It's been good, guys. And yeah, man. Keep interacting with me. Once we do, you know, get the announcement of season 4, once we do get a release date, then obviously I might start doing the monthly countdown reviews if you still want me to do so. Okay, but guys, make sure to comment. This episode was everything. I want to get over 1,000 views on this review, so share, okay? Comment, like, subscribe. I love you. Peace out. Who shot you, Jelena? Shit, if I was on TV, I'll shoot your ass too, man, because you had it coming, bitch. Bye, guys. Mwah. No. Dersha. Guys, Derek and Arsha have been through so much. And I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. I might do a separate review just for them. We'll see how I feel. Maybe not now. My battery's low, so I'll be back. But Derek and Arsha, you are endgame. I know they're going to try and fuck with you in season 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. But you guys are always going to make it. It's so beautiful. Bye, guys.